Hello everyone, my name is Matt Cincerello. I'm the owner and managing partner here at U-Nique Accounting. You can learn more about what we do by visiting us at u-niqueaccounting.com. And while you're there, I recommend you check out our free stuff page where you can read our blog and download some free guides like the top 10 cash flow mistakes that can cripple a business. Also, if you're wondering what I'm drinking today, today's beverage of choice is a lemon berry kombucha. I just came back from a baseball tournament in Peoria and I need a little gut rebuild. So drinking kombucha. If you notice my cup, it is bearing the hashtag Make Today Count. This is the slogan for my Best Friends Foundation, which is a close and personal not-for-profit that I'm a board member of. A link will be provided to a form that you can fill out if you or someone you know needs help dealing with the impact of cancer in their life. So let's go ahead and jump into today's topic. Today's topic is how to increase your restaurant's food pricing. So we're going to give you 3 simple tips for increasing food prices. Tip number 1 is look at your competitors. Tip number 2 is to increase your price floor. Tip number 3 is to change up your menu. I also have one tip I want to share in regards to something to avoid in pricing, which is to skip the service charges. So let's go ahead and get into tip number 1, which is looking at your competitors. We at U-Nique like to recommend things for our business owners that are easy to implement and follow. And this is probably one of the easiest tips to follow and practice. And it's very often overlooked by restaurant owners. Food pricing changes dynamically from week to week. In the grocery industry, for example, it is a standard practice for department managers to go shopping at their competitors to make sure that their pricing is aligned. And this should be no different for a restaurant. So when was the last time that you went online and looked at your competitors' menus? When's the last time you dined at your competitors to see why they are charging less or more for similar food? What type of experience are they offering? How does portion size compare? What flavor profiles do they focus on? Again, you can spend tons of time doing a bunch of internal analysis on your costing and pricing, but it's not going to give you the complete landscape that a good site visit will. So tip number 2 is to increase your price floor. This is another easy one that you could implement tomorrow. So people are going to go into your restaurant for a variety of reasons. They may simply love the food drink atmosphere and it's their favorite place to go. They could be taking the family out, going on a date, meeting up with friends, blowing off some steam from a long day of work, yada, yada, yada. And when people are out, they usually prefer to order something they want or something that's appealing to them that they haven't had before. However, and I've been there like anyone else, sometimes you're simply driven by what the cheapest choice is. Make your least expensive item more expensive and do this for each category. Look at your apps, your salads, your entrees, and desserts. As an example, if your cheapest entree is $18, that customer is going to pick it because it's the cheapest option. So if you change the price of that entree to $20, they are still going to pick it because it is the cheapest option. But at least you, as an operator, now made $2 of extra profit on that order and every time someone orders it. So tip number 3 is to change up your menu. Listen, we get it. COVID hit, it was tough. Inflation hit, it's been tough. It's a lot of change over a short amount of time. And you just fall behind as a business owner and operator. And the next thing you know, your similarly priced entree with a competitor is now $4 less than what that local establishment is charging. So if you, like other business owners out there, waited too long and now you're doing a big price increase to catch up, simply isn't going to sit well with your customers. Think about it. If you went to a restaurant today and paid $20 for an entree and then went there tomorrow and it was $25, how would it make you feel? So if this is something that you have to do because profit's important, then with the price increase, you're going to have to change the way it is presented to the customer. You're going to have to tweak the sauce, the flavor combination, the way it's presented, just something or anything that will appeal to the senses of the customer so that they can correlate what they're getting with that increasing price. So I just shared 3 easy ways to increase your food pricing. Now I have a tip for you to avoid, and that is to add a service charge at the end of the meal. And I'm not talking about the large priority service charge that customers know and understand is coming. What I'm talking about is the regular everyday table orders that could charge an extra fee for things like using their credit card instead of cash, or just a flat service fee for simply eating and dining at the restaurant. So as a restaurant owner, do you not like it that more and more of your customers are paying via credit card and that you continue to lose profit to merchant fees? Or are you simply having trouble making profit, so you added an extra charge to every order because the customer simply decided to sit and eat in the restaurant? Look, I get it, but this is not the way to make up money from your customers. And in fact, it's doing things like this that pisses them off and drives them away from eating at your establishment and telling other people a negative review about your restaurant. Your customers don't care and are hardly going to notice if that pizza they ordered is an extra $1, as long as it's justifiable and comparable to what the competition is doing. What customers don't get is why there's a miscellaneous surprise charge at the end of their meal, like 60 cents credit card processing fee. You need these charges to cover losses that means your pricing is wrong or you have an operational cost issue. So as an operator, if you're losing money and you're having issue with making profit, it comes down to either cutting the way you operate and your costs, or you have to price it better to the customer. But don't keep your pricing low and then surprise them with an extra fee. Think about it from the customer point of view. If you sat down, went out with your family, you ordered a bunch of food, and then at the end of the night, there's a 5% charge just for simply eating there as a service fee. It's something you weren't expecting. You didn't think that was going to happen when you went out, and now you're surprised. You probably would have been fine paying a couple extra dollars per entree. You're out, you chose that place for a reason, and you could correlate the price with the food you got, but you can't correlate the extra charge at the end. And now you have an upset customer, and they're going to say something to a friend, a neighbor, or anyone else about, hey, can you believe what just happened to me the last time I ate at XYZ restaurant? You were doing more damage than good trying to get money that way than if you just simply increase your pricing. Always think about it from the customer point of view. Thanks for listening to our advice on pricing tips for your restaurant. If you appreciate our advice, please remember to like our video and subscribe to our channel for future content. Until then, remember, don't conform, stay unique.